Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Inshallah, in this video, I'm going to suggest an Arabic curriculum for beginners who want to start learning Arabic from the beginning. And in my opinion, I reckon this curriculum will be an easy way for for students to learn Arabic. It'll be fun, it'll be engaging, and it won't be boring. And do think in this curriculum you'll be saved from learning the rules of grammar and those things which are very, very dry, very, very off-putting. Like if you're a person listening to this and you've tried to learn Arabic and you found that you're learning Chinese and you're decoding something, then unfortunately you're learning in a manner which wasn't designed for yourself, and which is, in my opinion, the harder route of learning Arabic. So here, guys, as you can see, I'm going to give you some suggestions for books for reading, speaking, writing, and listening. These are all skills, guys. Reading for Quranic understanding, books for literature, books for grammar, books for morphology. So, inshallah, guys, the most important book that, in my opinion, any Arabic student will learn in his journey to make his journey easy for all the skills of reading, speaking, writing, and listening. Sorry, guys, my English grammar is not up to scratch at the moment. Writing and listening, this will have to be Al-Arabiyyatu Bayna Yadik. Right, guys, Al-Arabiyyatu Bayna Yadik is split into 4 books. Okay, 1 to 4. Okay, guys, this series was designed by Arab scholars for non-native speakers, and thousands of students, thousands and thousands of students, without any exaggeration, have gone through this series and have learned Arabic in a very, very comfortable, easy, enjoyable, engaging manner. Okay, it doesn't bore you with any rules, it just allows you to start reading, to start speaking, to start having fun with the language. And in my opinion, this is how you should be learning any language, right, guys? If you learn Arabic to Benedict properly, you'll be able to read well. You should be able to speak well in terms of conversing, using the words inside the text which are given, sending voice notes, all this sort of stuff. You should be able to write because it asks you to write certain paragraphs or certain essays on the topic which you've been learning about. And listening, if you've got a teacher for Arabic to Benedict who can teach you the book in Arabic, oh my god, your listening skills will go through the roof, and that's going to help you with your speaking, which is going to help you with your reading and your writing. Okay, guys, Arabic to be Nidik. Don't get me wrong, it's not a complete book if you learn that you know Arabic, no, because it's not very, very strong in grammar. But for foundation in Arabic, for building a good understanding, in my opinion, there's no series better than Benedict. It's it trumps Medina series by miles, and it's a lot easier than Kitab al-Asasi, which is the most common series which I know. Okay, guys. So my opinion, Benedict, if anybody brings you Medina, run away. Honestly, don't listen. Run away. Benedict, 100 times, million times enjoyable, million times better than Medina. And if you're sitting here and you don't know what Arabic to Benedict is, unfortunately, uh, you're missing out. Alright, guys, so that's Arabic to Benedict, books 1 to 4, guys. If you to learn this full time, 3 4 hours a day, 6 days a week, it would take you 1 year to finish the entire series. If you to learn part time, 3 times a week, 2 hours a day, I reckon the series would take you roughly 2 years to finish. In my opinion, you don't need to finish book 4. If you to finish book 1 to book 3, it's book 1, part A, part B. If you to learn up to book 3, part A, part B, with a teacher who knows how to teach you the book, who breaks down the book for you, honestly, your Arabic will become very, very good. Right, guys, moving on, for Quranic understanding, the only book you need to learn is Qasas al-Nabiyyin from Sheikh Abul Hassan Nadwi alayhi rahmatullahi ta'ala. This book, mashallah, the intention that the author wrote it with, we can say that alhamdulillah, it's a very, very accepted book, even in the Arab world. The fact that this was written by an Indian scholar, every beginner of Arabic goes through this book, learns this book, benefits from this book. And even scholars, they all mention that it's like imperative on you to read Qasas and being wajib alayk and taqra Qasas and Nabiyyin. Yeah, they say it's imperative on you to read Qasas and Nabiyyin. One of the most important books, guys. But Qasas and Nabiyyin, if you're going to learn Qasas and Nabiyyin, in my opinion, when you get to book 2 of Bayni Yadik, book 2 part A, which should take you part time, 5 to 6 months, then you can start Qasas and Nabiyyin. You go through the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, Yusuf alayhi salam, then Nuh alayhi salam, then Hud alayhi salam, Salih alayhi salam, then Musa alayhi salam. if you're going through the book and you're learning how to read and translate, then you know what, alhamdulillah, your Arabic will become very, very good. After Qasas and the Bean, mashallah, you don't need much more. Guys, just one book from literature. I'm gonna suggest قراءة الراشدة, again from the same author, from Sheikh Abul Hassan Nadwi alayhi rahmatullah. Again, this book is split into three books, guys. One, two, three different books. Book one starts off for intermediate students of Arabic, and then it goes to like, I'd say like very good level of Arabic, like like advanced level. In the third book, mashallah, poetry, complicated text. If you learn Qarat Rashida, mashallah, your Arabic will become very good. If I was to you, I would finish Bain book 3. Then I will start Qarat Rashida. It become very easy for you to finish the first two books now, easy, comfortably, and then the book 3 would be a challenge. But then, in my opinion, after book 3 of learning this, you don't need much. It depends on how deep you want to go into literature and other stuff. But if you learn Qarat Rashida, Qasas Nabeen, Arabic, Bain honestly, your Arabic, mashallah, will be very, very good. As long as you got a teacher who can teach you properly, you can apply the skills. Guys, this is where it gets a bit thing now. In terms of grammar, which they called ilm nahu in Arabic, I don't have any solid book I can recommend, especially for students in the UK or in the Western world. Okay, there's a very famous series which they teach in the Arab world for beginners, even for Arabic students. It's called Nahu al-Wadi. It's a very contemporary book. It was written for Westerners and for beginners of Arabic. Um, I know it's very, very organized. The only problem is that in the UK, nobody sells this book, or no, yeah, it's not published here. Or maybe it is, but it's not very, very common. It's not very, 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 very widespread. But you can find this book. I would recommend learning Nahwa al-Wadi. The other book that people do learn is Durus al-Lugha al-Arabiyya, which is known as the Madinah series. In my opinion, the reason why people teach this because it's become very, very famous because this is a book taught in Medina and Medina University. But in terms of it being very, very beneficial, I find it a bit boring, to be honest. Just my opinion. I do find it a bit boring, very, very dry, and I do find that it's not organized. Like, unfortunately, the author brings so many different rules, and they're all scattered. They're not in the right place, and the jump from book 2 to book 3 is insane. Like, it's too difficult, and it's not suitable for students who want to learn grammar an appropriate man. In my opinion, whilst you're learning Bain Yadik, Qasas and Nabeen, Qarat Rashida, your teacher can start to he will introduce to you fi'l, fa'il, maf'ul bihi, you learn mubtada, khabar, jumal ismiya, jumla fi'liya, what all these compose of. And, then you can learn grammar and inshallah you will understand. And guys, again, even in Sarf for beginners, I don't have a book I can recommend. My opinion, even Sarf, I just teach it for my own, like, sort of pocket, to be honest. Sarf, like, how do you say, 80 to 90% of the rules can be summed up in 6 pages, back to front, literally 6 pages. It's not much. If a teacher he teaches you what's fi'l madi, madar, fi'l amr, masdar, ism al-fa'il, ism al-maf'ul, sigat al-mubalaga, sifat al-mushabbah bil-fi'l, he teaches you ism al-makan, ism zaman. There's not much more you need to know. Okay, like, yeah, they're all intricate things and he teaches you the different patterns of verbs. For example, you have fa'ala, then you have fa'ala, then fa'ala, then af'ala, tafa'ala, tafa'ala, infa'ala, ifta'ala, if'ala, istafala. The 10 most common verb patterns which are used in the Arabic language. If he teaches you what these are, how they look, what the scales are, what their meanings are, which is the most important thing, then you'll have a good understanding in sort of. Then you don't need much. Then you can go learn a book afterwards, and once you learn the book, it'll be like more revision and just like filling up some information that you didn't know. But for sort of, I don't really recommend a book. If you've got a good teacher, inshallah they should be able to teach you. Guys, all of this series that all of this curriculum I'm suggesting for you, if you to learn full time, should take you about a year and a bit. I mean, if you learn part time, should take you around 2 years. And honestly, guys, if you were to complete all these books properly with your teacher giving you skills, teaching you how to use the dictionary, teaching you how to translate, teaching you how to speak, how to read, how to write, how to listen, making you independent, transferring all the skills to you. Honestly, your Arabic will get to a very, very good level. Then after that, you can start learning books which the Arabs know, like learn. You can start learning أجرمية, you can start learning متمم الأجرمية, قطر الندى, شذوذ الذهب, you can start learning بلاغة, you can start learning ألفية, you can start really progressing. But this is the foundation. And in Arabic, you need a very, very good foundation. And you know what? alhamdulillah, I think all of this will, benefit you. You've got everything here. If you were to apply yourself and a good teacher, you'd be consistent. I think you will learn Arabic in a very, very good manner, very, very easy manner. And the most important thing is that you're not starting with grammar, you're starting with, you're actually learning the language and you're enjoying yourself. Right, guys, if you've got any questions for me, leave them in the comments. You want me to make any videos on any other things, let me know. And hopefully I'll be making some more videos. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.